Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hazy Outdoors. It's been a while. I've had a pretty busy hockey season so far, but I'm about to head out to River des Mille Isles with teammate Mark Estapa. It's a river that runs off the St. Lawrence, and there's plenty of fish in there, including pike, perch, walleye, bass, carp, and sturgeon as well. We're getting some worms. We have crankbaits as well, but we're just about to get packed up, and I'll see you guys when we get to the river. This episode of Hazy Outdoors is brought to you by Tooth of the Arrow, American-made broadheads. So I just got to the spot. Mark's gonna meet me here in a couple minutes. He's just buying his license, buying a new rod, and some worms as well. So until he gets here, I might throw a crankbait out and just see if I can get a bass or a pike to bite. Just walking in now. We'll see how many people are fishing and see if we can get a good spot here. Check out down here. It's really shallow. Looks like it kind of gets decently deep. This could be a spot we could look for some bass. Might be a little bit tougher to cast, but wouldn't be a bad idea to try. I'm gonna try using a mouse. So this mouse floats. Also got this frog, but I like the white just because it's dark out right now, cloudy. I'm gonna try this, see if I can catch a bass. I don't really know if this is the right time to use a floating one. I've never really bass fished in my life. The only time I've ever caught a bass was in Vegas, and that was using a Ned rig. So I'm gonna try this out, see if it works. Okay, all tied up. This is really tight area to cast in, so I'm gonna try and not get stuck. Can't really get it that far out at all. Might be a better bait caster area. I've never really had luck with topwater baits before. I've only seen my dad catch one pike, and that's about it. We don't really have bass in Alberta, and usually when we're pike fishing, we'll use a 5 of diamonds or some sort of Rapala trolling. All I'm trying to do is reel in a little bit slowly, and then have a little hop. Maybe cause a little bit of commotion. The rain stopped, so that might help. Okay, and then move on and try a new spot. So I was just right down that path there. I just came over to the other side and try the same thing. I know bass like structure under the water, so I'm gonna try and cast over there and see if I can get anything to bite. A little bit more room to cast as well. Don't have trees overhanging trying to steal my my hook from me. There's definitely like a hole, so water's getting in and my lure is sinking, so I'm gonna have to change my hook here. So we just walked down. I was fishing over there and then on the other side of this walkway, and I just really like the spot. Like, you can see the current coming in. There's a lot of food that gets funneled in this way, so fish like to be on the other side of it. There are people on both sides of this bridge, so hopefully they leave eventually and we'll be able to take their spot, because I like that side better. But for right now, I'm gonna try casting out on this side. I'm gonna tie this leader. It does say that there's pike in here. I'm gonna try and cast for a little bit. Dark or light color? Light?
It's pretty dark out.
Yeah. Stuck?
It's tough when you don't know the bottom right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll cast this in here and give it a try. You can check out that if you want. Rock bass? Never heard of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What do you think, spinner or the fish?
Maybe try the fish. Because I've seen people casting with like white jig heads with a white tail. That look pretty similar to that. I'm gonna change my hook. I'm gonna try red. Mussels? Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't eat those. You'd probably get sick. People are using corn for bait. Like if it was bright out, I'd use a spoon, but I find they work better in sunlight. I wonder if this would be a good spot to throw on a worm.
This current's faster than you might think.
Okay, I'm gonna put 2 weights on.
The rat. That was big.
That was a big sturgeon. Jumped right by those trees over there, eh? We just love to catch anything right now. Yeah, that was definitely a strike.
Sun's about to go down here, so 30 minutes. This is prime time.
Come on. I don't know. It was a pretty good pull. There's walleye in here too, it says. So like, you would think that walleye would go after these worms.
Yeah. We got a rock bass.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
That's sick.
There we go. After about 2 hours.
Longer than that.
We'll take it.
Were you reeling in or did you feel it?
Just reeling in.
Nice.
There you go. Those things get pretty big.
Here we go, first fish.
Yeah, looks like you're about to get one.
At least you know what it is. I would never stick my finger in a fish's mouth unless I had a 100% idea what it was.
So if those are in here, I'm surprised we haven't just been hammering them.
We gotta get these lines set up. Yeah, same game plan as yesterday then. I'm gonna go 1 minnow,
I like that.
1 worm. We're going for redemption here. We need to catch something more than a small rock bass.
I'm going for not put a hook in my finger. I also put one in my leg.
These things thawed out pretty quickly, eh? I'll go out further to the right here then.
What's just a waiting game?
Have you ever fished with one of those rods before?
No.
I can tell.
Yeah.
You're holding it upside down.
You said to hold it like that.
Oh. Come on. Just take it. Come on. Like it's gotta be a super small fish. Look at that. Stole my worm.
Wow. We went literally right through the side of the shell.
It must have closed on it.
Yeah. We caught something today.
Yeah. Not what we were looking for, but we caught something. No!
I really wanted to look at that. That might have been a baby muskie.
Come on.
It took my hook. No, the line broke.
That makes sense because it's a pike.
I kept like skipping, so I was like, that's weird. So I was like, oh, I'm caught on rocks. My
Guys,
rod...
I caught a fish.
Yeah, because I was like pulling it in. I was like, it's skipping. So I was like,
See, if those things are out here, like, those should just hammer your bait. They shouldn't be nibbling, right?
That's what I would think. Like, pike are usually really aggressive.
So I cast it and it went like.
I might have some. I got a fish on.
Fucking A.
Take your,
No. Oh.
yeah.
Just a little guy. That looks like a perch. It is a little perch.
No way. Nice little guy.
Huh.
Cast right back out there. There's probably a school.
Yeah. Oh.
Is that like the ones you were catching with Tucky?
Yeah. Not bad.
All right, on the board.
Yeah.
We haven't caught one of the same fish yet,
No repeats yet.
which is nice.
It is.
A little diversity.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know, it's definitely bigger than what I had.
Smallmouth. Nice.
Nice.
Here we go.
What were you using there, a minnow or
Worm. Just I actually used a smaller worm there. I don't know if that made a difference. There he is. That might be like a little hybrid between a smallmouth and a rock
Why do you
bass.
say that?
The red eye.
The red eye indicates a rock bass, usually?
Like, sometimes, I'm not sure about this, but when the smallmouth and the rock bass are like breeding,
Yeah.
there'll be hybrids.
Huh. It's a good fish.
There it is. Might want to check that fact.
Okay, I may need some help.
Any worms under there?
There we go.
Some worms?
Good ones.
How many?
2. I'm using these.
There we go.
Kind of hard to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe not anymore. Oh. Maybe a little bit too loose drag, but maybe I was just on a rock. Thorpes and Stapes are using jig heads and casting them out and having it run along the bottom. That works for bass pretty well. Had a pretty good hit not too long ago, so I'm hoping that whatever it was bites again. Tried to cast it back out in the exact same spot as far as I could out into the river. Maybe that's where the big fish are hiding. Thanks for watching. It's the start of summer, so you know what that means. I'm gonna be getting out and doing a lot more fishing, so stay tuned as more videos are gonna come out more consistently. If you want your Hazy Outdoors merch, go to www.HayzOutdoors.com and follow my socials at Hazy Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys all in the next episode.